Right, hello, welcome to the very first Eboys podcast with a guest.
Yeah, we've got that guy on this week. What's his name?
Mr.
I think
Tommy
it's
Innit.
Yeah, that's me.
How's it going, Tommy? How you doing, fella?
I'm good. I've been up for a very long time. I've had college today, so I am just in the perfect mood to sit down and talk for an hour.
I want to just dive into this. Why do you still go to college, Tommy? I just want to get straight in. Why do you still go to college?
We were talking about this before the podcast began, and Will went, "Oh, leave it for the podcast." So I'm glad you got right into it, George.
So for context, right, Tommy, how many million views are you doing a month at the moment?
60 odd.
Right, 60 odd million. And how many viewers do you hold on a stream?
Like 100,000 now.
Why the do you still go to college?
What are you studying? What are you studying at college
I'm
that's
so
so
lucky,
important?
Those peasants don't deserve. No, I'm not saying that. I was going to say don't deserve in the same classroom.
That's not.
Oh, you're not wrong, Will.
You can't move to London and then start thinking everyone's less than you, man. You can't.
Oh, mate, I thought that well before London.
It's too right, Will. Too right.
No, I'm gonna side with Tommy here. I think education
Oh,
is
shut
very
the
important.
up, James.
Because you spunk 50 grand on a degree for no reason. Of course you do.
Yeah, don't get to the point where you're paying, Tommy, mate. I mean, I know it would be a problem. You could buy any degree you wanted, but it just don't go and get in that point.
Tommy, what are you studying?
Yeah, so I'm really lucky because when I started YouTube, I knew what I was doing at college because I'm just doing like a 2-year really easy course of film and TV, and it's really fun as well. And I'm just studying editing. But the thing was, because of all
like
the,
you're having a good time there at least.
oh yes, it's great. But because of all the, I don't know if you heard, there's a bit of a virus going around. But because of that, it means I'm only in for one day on a Wednesday, but for 9 hours.
That's why.
9 hours.
And one 9-hour day.
9-hour day.
Yeah.
You do a 9-hour day.
Yeah, 7 a.m.
That's
and then back up.
mental.
And what happens if you don't go in? Because they're not going to kick out TommyInnit, are you? Are they?
Well, they don't
realistic.
kick off very much now.
You're like their most prestigious alumni.
You've not even left yet, and you'll be on the wall.
No, but it's...
you know how like teachers always say stuff about like people used to go to the school. They're saying that about you now, and you're still there.
Yeah. Teachers are fucking. Sorry.
And normally it's just like a shit rugby player.
No, well, I'm really lucky though, because like where I live about here, there's like this really like sick like creative college that's really near. So I have a brilliant time there. But in my old school, it was shit being a year 11. All my GCSEs got cancelled, so I can't be more thankful. But it was so shit being a year 11 trying to do YouTube. But now it's like so easy, and I'm mainly there just
How did
to
they judge
meet
that?
people. How do they?
GCSEs? Yeah. How
Yeah,
did they
they
judge
just.
GCSEs.
Well, yeah, it's pretty fucked up, man. It was so. I'm really lucky because all my predicted grades. So what they go, like based on what you've done when you were like 11, they go, all right, this is the track that you're on for the next 5 years, and based on where you live as well. It's super weird. They give you these predicted grades, and then
God.
yeah, it's proper peculiar. And then
They just guess.
yeah, and then in the end of year 11, you have these predicted grades that you have to work over and like work towards. But I was really lucky because mine were much higher than I was achieving because I was just kind of so I was getting
ideal.
like, because it's all numbers and shit now, so I was getting like 3s and 4s in
It's
science.
Like ones or whatever
Yeah.
now.
No,
Wait,
one is
hang
shit.
on, hang on. Tommy, I'm 24. What does 3s and 4s mean?
Okay, all right, 9 is the best, 1 is the
Right.
worst.
I
You
think
is
9's the
that's
equivalent of like
shite then.
A star or something.
yeah, A star. But
Right.
and then I was doing like for science, for example, I was barely passing, but I knew I didn't really need to do it because to get into my college, I only needed English and maths. So I went really hard on English and maths, and then kind of ignored the other ones.
They're the important ones.
Yeah, science isn't even real, mate. So I wouldn't worry about
Science
that.
Yeah,
isn't
exactly.
real.
Actually,
It
mate,
doesn't
don't
make
worry
any
about
sense.
it.
It's all magnets.
Exactly. They don't make sense. I think they're a government conspiracy.
Yeah, I don't think it's a real thing. So I wouldn't worry about that.
It's all just one big government.
Yeah.
But no,
One
so
big one.
I was getting like 3s and 4s in science, and then in the end, I got a 6 for all of them. So I was so lucky with it. But they just gave you your predicted grades, which for me was great, but for most people was really bad.
Yeah, we spoke about this before. So, when your GCSEs were cancelled, did you just go all in on just using that time on fucking YouTube and Twitch?
Yeah. So at the beginning of a lockdown,
You're the only person who's had good luck this whole year. Everyone on the planet, I think, has had a shit year, but the stars aligned for TommyInnit.
it was
What
it was
about
just
it, man?
crazy though. It's like, so what if we put everyone inside and we cancelled all of your school do you want to be a YouTuber or not? So I thought, shitting it. So at the beginning of lockdown, I had like 110,000 on YouTube, and I went,
Shut the fuck up! Really?
yeah. So I went, right. I really.
That gives me the fear. It's terrifying.
Bro, I haven't seen genuinely someone blow up like you in the UK. To be honest, mate, ever since
No,
we've
never.
been doing it. Like maybe JJ did, but like, can you think of anyone?
No, JJ didn't blow up as quick as him, because there wasn't that many people on the site back then.
That's what I'm saying. So if even he's out, can you?
I can think of one. To be fair,
Who?
the Eboys at the beginning of lockdown
Eboys,
had 0 subscribers.
Yeah, we
so
did do that.
You don't want the same fate as the Eboys channel, Tommy.
Percentage increase.
Yeah, we did do that.
But no, I can't really think of anyone. The only people I can think of that have had like that explosive of growth would be people in your circle, Tommy. So like Dream,
Yeah.
like Wilbur. They're the only other people I can think of that would have that kind of explosive growth.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
So anyway, go on. 110k at the start of lockdown.
Hey, what are you on now for context? You're on like
I think I'm gonna hit 3 mil tomorrow.
Oh my
Fucking
god,
hell.
man! You're on like 2 million last week.
Well in.
Well in though. It's really impressive, and like you've really taken it and ran with it, which is good.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Because thank you very much. Because at the beginning of lockdown, I went, right, I reckon everyone now is going to be going, I'm never going to be able to relax like this again. Let's take it really easy. So I thought, what if while everyone's relaxing now, I work really hard. So I did a lot of like, my friend Tubbo like sat and just helped me through through all of lockdown, and we'd stay up till like 4 a.m. in a call discussing the best title and thumbnail for like it was, looking back on it, it was sort of miserable. But at the time, when you're not thinking about anything else in life,
to being a YouTuber.
Yeah, it was
it
worth
doesn't
it,
get
man.
any better.
but like when you're only thinking about because you didn't realize like. I don't know if the people know this, but on YouTube you have that little list whenever you upload a video of out of 10.
Oh,
And,
that's
oh
awful,
my
isn't it?
god, it was the worst. But like
Have you only known YouTube whilst that list was there?
that came in when I had about 3,000 subscribers.
It was glorious times
man.
beforehand.
Before then, Tommy, it was feet up.
Oh, before that list.
Yeah, you never understand what serotonin was like before that.
Do you think people watching know about that list?
Yeah, no, a lot of people do know about that list because there's a lot of YouTubers tweet out like the feeling when you get a 10 out of 10. I
Yeah.
see that a lot.
I don't know why they still have that feature. I reckon they should get rid of it.
It's so
It's
fucked.
awful, isn't it?
And when you have a 1 out of 10 and they give you the fucking confetti going, hey, you're the best. It's like,
Hey, you're not shit.
it's really
You're like,
annoying.
oh, it's lovely now. Yes, I get the little fireworks or whatever, but I'm gonna be depressed in 2 years' time when I'm 9.
But if you get the one, sometimes that just means that the last 9 videos were really bad. So it's
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm in that position, like
it's like that one means nothing.
when you've had like a flop month. Even like a 4 is awful.
Oh, Tommy.
I don't think I've ever even seen the confetti, if I'm being completely honest.
It's so demeaning though, like because it
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
take
right.
into account what other videos you've taken. Like I can ramble about that for ages, but
Well, we got an hour, fella. Crack on.
But yeah. So at the beginning of lockdown, I went right. And I spent ages like trying to work out. Like I had like a whole month, as you said, George, of just like flop month and just really working hard. Like right, these people are doing good. I'm doing because I think the thing for me is what like my whole dream with it was always to get to 30,000 subscribers because on this Minecraft server you get this little YouTube rank and I was like that's what I want. So now it's really weird.
Which Minecraft server were you playing on originally?
Hypixel.
Oh, Hypixel. That used to be my stomping ground. Back
Yeah. Oh my god.
yeah, but that stuff's all crazy because Minecraft itself as well this year has absolutely
it's
been so
it's
strange.
fucking
It's
mental.
like the game will never die. The game just lives forever.
Yeah, I've not seen anything like it.
No, it lives forever.
Have you seen one come back like this before? Because it's been
What a game.
Minecraft. Like usually when a game's dead, it's dead.
Yeah, no, it was dead for like for 4 or 5 years, but now it's just.
Maybe Warzone, like Call of Duty, kind of fell off.
Nah,
and
like in
came-
terms of like time span, like over a
yeah,
decade.
no, nothing like this.
You wait until next year when Terraria gets its comeuppance.
Why do you think it's came back so heavily, Tommy?
Well, it was to do. I think last year in 2019, all the nostalgia stuff, and then there were these big hitting like there was all these new like genres of it. Because before this, I think it was just record for 20 minutes uncut, Sky does Minecraft, upload it, and get 2 million views. And then it was like right,
And
you
then
can
go on
do
a massive drug binge and sorry. I don't mean to joke. Anyway, go on, Tommy.
And then it was well, I think it's came back. But then, because there was all like the SMP live stuff and showing you could just use this to be funny, and then there was all the nostalgia shit.
Yeah, and obviously SMP Earth as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, and there was all these like SMP and like showing. I think Minecraft's more of just a tool to create content than this block game. So now there was fucking, and then I think everyone assumed that right after this big rise, now it's going to go down again, and then it did. And then there was this whole reinventing the game that Wilbur did with the Minecraft butt and like just changing, which no one had really thought of before then. And I think because of that, that kind of sparked this whole new.
Oh, mad.
It could be a lot more than just blocks. And then now there's the fucking intense ass movie videos that Dream makes, which are like manhunts and
Yeah.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
are fascinating.
But just because no one was doing this before them, and it's like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You
they-
mentioned Wilbur. Can I ask about your like relationship with him? Because I remember when I found out about you, it was when I actually met Wilbur. It was in the first couple weeks of knowing him, and at that point I was, like right towards the end of the SMP Earth.
Yeah.
And I just joined it as a bit of fun because Henry was on it, and he brought you up then. And I remember him saying like, "Oh no, he's great." He was really like speaking highly of you, and he was like, "Yeah, no, he's gonna blow up." And I was just sat there like, "Oh yeah, of course," just like as anyone would kind of big someone up, and then within a year you were in the place you are now, which is just like crazy. Has it been good, like, because you've known him, it must be for ages, because didn't he feature you in a video like really early on?
Yeah, I think a year ago around this time. So he started his server, and I barely got into it at the time, like on the night, like 2 hours before. And then after a couple of days of that, I spoke to him for the first time, like live stream. Like it was a full stream, and you can watch the first ever time I spoke to him. It was mental. And then after that, he friended me on Discord, and I've always been very like reachy outy, and I watched his video. It was him, Schlatt, and Carson were like my all-time favorite YouTubers at the point, and had been for months. So I started speaking to him loads, and then ever since then we just became very good friends. He's been like so helpful with all my YouTube stuff. Like I don't think I'd be able to get here without him helping me, especially recently as well.
That is the one thing about all of the guys who do the Dream SMP and stuff, that I've never met a group of people who are more willing to just sit in a call and just help people. Which is really nice. Like everybody on there seems to be great. And like, I mean, that's one of the things I think why Minecraft survives and why you guys are doing so well now, because not only when you tune into a stream can you tell that everybody's friends, but it's like, you've got 12 people pulling in the same direction, all trying to make a really funny stream. And that's like, being able to have 12 people working on the same thing on YouTube, it must make life so much easier for all of you in that server.
Do you have any other big inspirations other than like Fixstar?
Fuck's sake.
Big Star, I've had some.
He's just the pinnacle. Me too, fella. Me too.
No, so for me it was there was this guy called Original Ace, who you probably won't have heard of, but he did like these skit videos on YouTube, because I did Twitch for like a year before I did YouTube, and then I went, right, I want to try, because I had like this old channel, and then my entire school found out, and I only had a couple hundred subscribers, and I'm sure all of you here can imagine what it's like to be.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Did they put it on the whiteboard?
Yeah. Did you tell like a certain friend? Did you
So
tell a
I
certain
can't.
friend, or did people...
It was in like year 7 or 8, but if you all know what it's like to be British and in school.
We all know what it's
and
like to be British.
all
yes.
of us,
Yeah, we all know what it's like to be British. England.
Did you get rinsed?
But to have like it was the word. Yeah, I did get rinsed.
I
But
don't know what it is like with you guys, but I walked in to see my English teacher had projected my YouTube channel onto the whiteboard in year 9. Teacher, not student.
They should
teacher.
know. They should know.
Yeah,
That's not the crack.
and he was playing my crossbar challenge video I did on the board, and I remember I didn't say anything to the whole class. I was so embarrassed.
We used to have like in our form. Did you guys have form like
Yeah,
after lunch or
yeah.
whatever? You go in your form room and just for like 20 minutes or do whatever. One day a week, we used to just watch YouTube videos, and they always used to just put my channel on.
Oh, no.
And the teacher wouldn't fucking stop them. I'd just be sat there.
Brutal.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. What was the crack with yours then, Tommy? What happened when they found yours?
Well, so I had this one that I had only a couple hundred subscribers, and everyone found out and took the piss out of me. So I just like privated the videos and went, I don't want to do this. And then like a year later, it's like instead of buying an Xbox, I bought a little capture card and went back to stream it when everyone was buying Xboxes. So I went, this looks more fun. And then so you're saying about you teach finding your channel. So then when I had about 100k earlier this year in like January. Yeah, about like almost like a year ago, about January, February, my entire school found my channel.
Oh, no.
And there was this one time where this I've talked about it like loads, but there was this one arsehole teacher who I call Mr. Brett, who was like, one of the cool math teachers that tries to be the cool guy, and he you know him. He was a nice guy. He was just also a bit of an arse. And he played my video on the screen and then repeatedly asked me, so hang on, how much money do you make again? And I wouldn't say. And I was like, because for me, it was, the first thing was, holy shit. It was you. The pattern went for me. It was, oh my God, you have a load of subscribers. That's cool. New big number now. And then it was, oh, you play Minecraft. You suck. And then the thing that ruled it out over all of it was just, wait,
money?
You money? And then that's it for the rest of the time. It was the fucking worst. But luckily, lockdown ended all that.
Oh, sorry.
It's like at college.
Yeah, what's it like at college now? Because
it's amazing.
You're not just like a normal sized YouTuber now. You must. Like, what's that like?
It's weird. So one of the things I was going to say as well, back on when I was talking about lockdown, is because I started lockdown with 100k, and on like the last day of it, hit 1 million, and it was the weirdest thing for me. It was the transition from like being able to just go outside and be completely normal and do whatever, and then coming out and like today, 2 people came up to me and shit, and it's so like getting recognized and shit. I'm sure you like get it loads being in the UK because.
Yeah, I get it loads.
Was there one day that you remember it was like when you were like, I'm never going to be able to just go to like a coffee shop really again in my hometown? Was there one particular day? I suppose it's weird because you've had COVID. For me, and because I remember when you and Tubbo came in and streamed Minecraft with us at the beginning of, it was a few months ago now.
Yeah.
And I remember when you guys said you're at college, I was absolutely blown away because I remember when I went from 10k to 20,000 subscribers, I walked in the next day and I walked into the canteen and everybody turned around. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I have no idea how you cope.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got out of that.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. So for getting recognized and going to like the coffee shops, it was really sudden. I think I got recognized first when I was just walking to the park and someone and you know that British thing we do where someone stares at you so you keep walking and even try and look tougher and go like that, and then he just smiled at me and went, "Hi, you TommyInnit?" I went, "Oh yeah," and I'd never had that happen before.
Yeah.
So that wasn't the big eye-opening moment though for me. I think the thing for me that was like, oh my God, this is weird, is I was in school and there were some people that I used to speak to loads and hadn't spoke to for ages, and they just found out about my, like it was like the morning after everyone had found out about my channel, and they were just stood like staring at me like, what? Fuck like it was so like, it's such an alienating experience, like being at school. That's why I'm really glad about college, because it's so everyone's so accepting of it, and like I'm at a film and TV college. It's like I'm surrounded by nerds. It's brilliant.
Yeah, that probably helps. Did you because with college, I suppose obviously it's not you're not doing like sixth form, I guess. Is there anybody who's at college with you now who's somebody who's been your friend throughout the entire time, or is it like completely new people?
No, I've got a mate in the other year who does music, but it's just completely new people.
Yeah, because mine was completely new people, and everybody was actually really cool. It was weirdly the people who'd known me for over the last 6 years who made it really weird.
Yeah.
But college is good for that though, because I remember saying that to Tubbo when he was in here. I was like, college probably actually isn't that bad because you have a lot of free time, and most of the people
Especially
in that,
now.
especially if you're doing a media course. I learned a lot doing the media course, so I wouldn't even necessarily recommend dropping out. Like, I learned how to edit on a media course, so...
I didn't expect you to come in here and say the reason you're still going to college is actually because you really enjoy it and you're having a good time.
Yeah.
That was not, that was not what I was like.
No, I'm like doing the one thing that I really... It's like being...
Yeah.
This is the thing that I would have done if I hadn't have been a YouTuber, because YouTuber is like being an editor, but on easy mode, and you make... so much more.
Money, yeah.
But no, I mean, it was really nice to go from sat in a Discord call for 8 hours a day with Tubbo for every month to having people to speak to and being able to kind of be a bit of a person again and not just sat, because it was so weird, dude, like over lockdown. Like, because I'd spend like every single day just thinking of videos, and it was weird, like getting introduced to Wilbur's friend group and starting speaking to new people and realizing you could just chat to YouTubers not just about analytics and numbers and how to grow and shit like that. It was so nice.
It becomes a bubble quick, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to mention was I saw a video clip recently of you talking about how somebody came up to you in college and was convinced that they knew who you were but couldn't put their finger on it.
Yeah.
That story's great. If you
relay it. Sorry, did you say?
Yeah.
So the one where
and
they start singing. Then they also sing Wilbur's song behind you.
They say, yeah, I published that like the other day. That video.
Fucking well, we'll be on that too. Keep an eye. Okay.
Highlights.
But yeah, no. So it was this guy called I called him Henry in the video, and he just like he was sat behind me just singing Wilbur's new song, and then I texted Wilbur like, "What the fuck?" And then he thought, so Dream, you know Dream, right?
Wait,
he
so
plays
you're
with.
sat there.
I'm sat there, and behind me, he sat singing my mate's song, and I go, "What the fuck?"
People do that with me and slow down.
But like I'm in.
On the underground.
But I'm in like all of Wilbur's new videos as well, so I went, what the. And the weirdest part was the only time Wilbur has sung that song was on my stream.
So it's like he's taunting you.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was just, he hadn't clocked it. So it was so
Say
weird.
hello, fella.
So I went, but then he thought I was the one or the British guy that Dream plays Minecraft with, George Not Found, which was so... He got like the wrong... It's like two people, dude. It was so weird. But because I had like a lot of talks with Philza and Wilbur throughout that week about like... Because on the one hand, it's kind of the thing I'm most passionate about, and should I tell everyone about my channel and be cool about it? But on the other hand, everyone always acts a bit weirder when you know it, and you kind of want to make first impressions at college. So I had a big... But in the end, I was like, yeah, I'll tell people about it, but not be an arsehole.
Yeah, just make sure nobody finds out how much can estimate how much money you're making. Because I remember.
Yeah, let's talk about that in a podcast right now. Yeah, make sure no one finds out.
Billions.
That's just
Billions.
You can tell us. You can tell us right now on this podcast, and we'll put it.
Yeah,
in
go on,
Tommy.
Tommy.
But don't tell anybody at school.
Yeah, go on,
we'll
Tommy,
make it the
tell us.
title of this. TommyInnit, the millionaire at 16.
And none of it goes to charity.
None of it all. That's exactly how it should be.
Well, it should be.
Are you now the most subscribed 16-year-old in the world, taking Morgs' title because he's now grown up?
Oh, surely Charlie D'Amelio's 16, no?
I wouldn't know. I don't keep track.
Oh, right.
All right, sorry. Well, now that looks fucked. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for that. All right, cheers. All right, I'll catch you all later.
He's got everyone's birthday written in his calendar. He's left.
He's gone. He's dropped out. Oh, no, that didn't last
When
long.
is Tommy 18?
God knows. Fuck, that's horrific. Oh man, I was gonna. I remember when I was at college. I remember when have the teachers at college found your channel yet?
Yeah, they're lovely about it though.
Have they spoken to you about? I remember I had like a whole meeting, and they were talking about like.
How many subscribers did you have in college?
Stop abusing people.
No, they did go. You've made too many horrible YouTube videos. I had about 30,000 in college, and I finished it with about 60 odd. But I remember my teacher came up to me because the weirdest thing is my teacher used to watch, and I don't know, you probably might get this, but a lot of the college teachers only watch channels that get like 5k views. My one only used to watch like lifestyle vloggers, so he saw my channel and I was getting about 25,000 views a video, and he was blown away by that. And he asked me how much money I made, and I didn't want to say him. And he asked me again, and I whispered it to him, and he said it out loud in front of the entire class.
Oh, what an arsehole.
It was never the same from that point onwards. So my bit of advice is, don't tell anybody. If they find out, just be like, well done, you know, we could be mates, or don't if they're weird. And just keep it a big secret, because people will be weird with it. They always will be weird with it.
Well, because it's really, really weird. Because like the money is so, you can't really. It's just weird.
It
so like,
it comes with the videos.
Yeah, but I've always been really like, I not really cared about it. Like it was just like, okay, I can pay my editors. That's cool. Can have it.
That's cool,
But I've tried to be really like in real life, you know.
Is there anything in your mind you're like, oh, I would like that one daft purchase, or is there anything you're like, oh, this is stupid, but I quite fancy it? Is there anything you're looking at currently and like?
TommyInnit pulls up in a Lambo. Yeah. To Minecon 2021.
It's weird though, because I think for me it's been like I want to do loads of like vlogging shit and go like I want to be like so the way I've done money is if it's for YouTube and I need it, like I just go, yeah, all right, I need, like, you know, if it's like 300 quid or something for a After Effects plugin, I'll go for it. But if it's when it's in real life, I try and be like, right, I want to try and get the cheap efficient shit, because it's so weird to say grounded with it.
Hang on, no, continue with that. The cheaper what?
Yeah, well, I'll try and...
Tommy, treat yourself. Get the expensive fish and chips.
Yeah, go on.
No. It's massive, man. I asked for a mini and it's the size of me fucking head.
Get an extra jumbo sausage, Tommy. Treat yourself.
No, please. I need to say grounded, or else I'll start spoiling myself.
I love your attitude, mate. It's genuinely really refreshing
Tommy,
to hear.
Tommy, the big question, though, have you set yourself up a company yet?
Yes, yeah, I have.
Well, in save money on taxes.
For about 45 minutes yesterday, I learnt what VAT is, and
Oh God, it's awful, isn't it? I had to do my first lot.
full respect to the accountants,
Yeah, I'm baffled by it still.
It was the worst.
Shocking.
Yeah, no.
They're robbing bastards because they come every few months. The VAT bastards.
Oh yeah, I just kept getting letters from the government telling me to pay it.
You said no.
I said no, I'm not paying. I did pay it.
What's your opinion on paying a TV license?
Oh God,
I
there's a
don't
Bullshit,
even
innit,
know
Tommy?
what that. Eh?
You don't know what the TV license is?
I don't. I'm mainly on YouTube these days.
Thieving bastards. That's what they are.
Fellas.
So you know how the BBC is free, right?
Yeah.
It's not
That's
free.
the
You have to pay
that's the trick,
150 a
Tommy.
year
It's
for
not
it.
free. You
Yeah,
have to
I'm
pay
really
for it.
sorry.
It's a lie, mate.
It's a scam.
They're never going to work with us on this podcast ever, and we'll never work with them.
Don't
So-
care. They give us like 3 shillings to buy the podcast. I don't care.
When
So
you hear,
can I ask something?
Oh,
about,
go on, James.
So you mentioned that you're studying editing at college, right? I mean, first of all, it must be a pretty odd experience now that you mentioned that you have editors now.
Yeah, I didn't catch that actually.
What would you do? Well, I just pay someone else to do it, sir.
Have you been scouting your classmates?
Am I what? Sorry.
Have you been scouting your classmates for good editors? Is that why you're at college?
No.
It's all an undercover mission.
No.
come on, work for me.
Tommy, do you pay other people to do your college work?
No. It's so
Because
like.
I would.
Say it convincingly, Tommy.
No.
Okay.
I had this rich kid when I went to college. He was in my class. I don't know what his parents did, but he came in. You know, one of them hoverboards. He would always come in on one of those, and he'd bring
You've
his
probably
Xbox
made a
in.
video on him.
I'll hang
that's-
on my cameras. Yeah, maybe. But he used to come in on his hoverboard and shit. And we had like a class project to make this game, and he was in charge of like assets and putting the whole thing together. And he just paid someone for the assets.
Oh my God.
And we all got in trouble for it.
Oh my god, that's horrific. I used to be that guy actually at school. I remember I had an entire media class of 12 people pay me to do all of their video work over the 2-week period, and the
Go
school
on.
marked me up because they went,
Oh.
"We know you did it,
You did that. Oh,
so we're going to mark you up because you did a really good job."
it's like the exact opposite. Eboys videos.
We saw them wavy face effects.
And then, yeah, exactly. They saw the.
that could only come from my
Yeah,
Alex.
they saw funny sound effect. They knew. No, it's because I used to use Camtasia, so it had all the default Camtasia transitions from cracked editing software because everybody else using Movie Maker. So it's really obvious that I'd done everybody's work, but everybody else got marked down, and then I got Lucas aids out of it. It was great. Do you ever feel like? No, I don't even know. I'm going to ask you this question. You make too much to even do this. But do you ever get asked by anybody to do any of their work video wise because they probably think that you're better at it than them?
No. I just try and help people. God, I'm so
That's
good.
great.
I'm so
I don't.
awesome.
I want to.
No, that
get
sounded
paid,
so.
mate. I just want to help people.
All right, Tommy, could you help us settle a debate we started last week?
This better
Yeah.
not be about
This-
Harry Potter characters.
No, it's not about Harry Potter characters. Don't
He's
worry,
only
don't worry.
16, Will. We can't get
George,
into this.
George, will you pitch the question that we
yes.
asked last
Sorry,
week?
can I just say I sounded like such a wanker then when I went. I just want to help people. I usually speed. I usually speed through my work.
I
and
don't want to help people.
I usually speed through my work and then just go on Reddit. So I'm kind of. I don't really do much helping. I just keep in the other bit. You don't have to keep this bit in.
No, we keep all of this in.
Oh, okay.
This is a highlight, actually.
Hi YouTube.
This is a highlight in of itself.
TommyInnit says he doesn't want to help anybody.
TommyInnit hates charity.
TommyInnit vows that it's only him going to the top and everybody else can get fucked.
But this question, we were talking about this on the last podcast. What animal, if they had, say one day everyone on the planet woke up, all the animals on the planet woke up and they all had human brains, which animal would pose the biggest threat to humans aside from monkeys and apes? Because those would be the obvious ones.
And be careful here. Say the right answer.
I hate this question.
Really important, mate.
Yeah, I really hope you're thinking it through properly. 'Cause you don't
I am. I
wanna
really
risk
am.
yourself.
Yeah. Can I fire some good options off at you?
You can take your time. We can always.
Bees would fuck everyone up.
Oh, please.
Bees would
What
just go around
bees?
fucking stinging shit.
There's not that many though. They're close to
Bees and wasps.
No, that's a fucking stupid answer,
Bees,
Tommy.
wasps,
Bees
and
die
birds,
when you
they
stick
fuck
with
everyone.
They
The
stick
birds and the
people
bees,
once,
they
they
kill the
fucking
world,
die.
man.
They're
Holy
almost
shit. The bees
they're
and the birds and the bees,
Tommy,
they go around
shut
fucking,
up. They're
they go around biting
endangered.
shit, going.
You can't tell our guests to shut up.
Imagine a fucking, you know when you see all them pigeons in town? What if those pigeons fucking knew how to use a knife, all right?
Oh, not pigeons.
Shit.
Pigeons are stupid, Tommy.
But they don't have opposable thumbs, Tommy.
Yeah, but there's like millions of them. If you get jumped by about 500 pigeons, you're not living, pal.
Bang, bang.
You're not banging them. You can't wear one gym top and think you're the shit.
Yeah, too right. Fucking too right.
That's not a top, that's leggings.
Yeah, that's actually Under Armour, which makes it even weirder, to be honest.
He just left. Oh, and now he's
He's
coming
a
back now.
No, he's just doing the walkout funny, you know.
Was that
Funny
one of his?
walkout. He
Was
didn't
that one
even
of his
commit to
things?
The funny walkout.
He didn't. He did it. He came back immediately.
Yeah.
So you're saying bees? You played. Do you know what? You said bees because you played too much Minecraft. That's why you said bees. They're annoying on Minecraft, but it's not real. That's not a real reason.
No, birds
I can
and
back you on wasps, maybe, but they wouldn't
insects and
kill
shit.
you.
Yeah,
No,
but
but
they
they wouldn't-
or
Correct.
whales that eat shit.
Tommy, you said insects there, and that was my answer.
That's not an animal, though. That's a subsection of animals.
They fucking spray the cats. It'd be fine to get rid of them.
Exactly. When in, just get a bit of raid and spray them.
Oh yeah, you can't spray a fucking pigeon.
Cats are vicious, and there's fucking loads of them.
Oh yeah, cats. Yeah,
Absolutely.
If cats had a brain, dangerous.
they're not going to be violent, are they?
They are. Cats are violent without human brains.
Or ducks.
Ducks? Are you fucking ducks?
No, ducks, right?
Ducks are
Vicious
just shit
bastards,
pigeons.
even now, vicious little bastards,
Right.
and they can fly, go on land, and in water. They've got the whole three. They could do
but
like
Think about the
triathlon
massive
and-
flocks of pigeons you see. You don't ever see a flock of ducks
pig-
flying around the
Yeah,
skies.
but 10 ducks are more dangerous than 100 pigeons.
I
'cause
think you're
pigeons...
chatting shit.
Ducks that could get the bread themselves. What would they need us for?
Oh yeah.
We would be obsolete.
Yeah, exactly. Then they just dispose of us.
Once they figure out how to make bread, we are useless to them. We are obsolete.
Yeah, we are useless to them.
I honestly think pigeons is the way to go here, fellas.
Well, you've missed the obvious one, in my opinion, Tommy, and that's what if the Ender Dragon had a human brain? Then what would we do?
Alex, I'm gonna swing.
What about zombie pigmen? There'd be nothing left.
I reckon we cut this
Alex.
one. And just to save Alex some trouble. That's,
Oh, thank you. Don't embarrass me.
no
on my
worries.
podcast.
No worries.
So we prepared. Well, James and George prepared some questions for you before
Oh, yeah?
this came
Oh,
on.
please don't read
And-
out the one I think you're going to read out.
So, no.
I mean, there's two
All right,
there.
well,
One of them you could read out.
There's two.
There's one here that just says, TommyInnit, what's your opinion on the Iraq War?
Swiftly moving on. Obviously, with like the earlier stuff that you were involved in that I remember, there wasn't much of that like story going on. It was just kind of like, you know, as you said earlier with SMP Live, just like being funny on Minecraft, just using it as a platform. Like, how have you found that shift? Have you found it's been something that you're more comfortable with, or is it something that it was a bit of a challenge
Like
at
the more
first? But now
role play type stuff.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Well, I think for me, I'm really lucky because I still can do the mix of my two content. So like I'll do like a big stream with a massive war versus Dream, and then while I'm like clearing up my base, I'll go and fucking swear up Bad Boy Halo for 30 minutes, and then that'll be the video I'll make, like not the war these days. I found the shift really interesting. It was strange at the beginning to kind of, especially when Wilbur started going for it, having like such a narrative, and like having all these people on Twitter that are going, like caring so much about all the characters and shit, and really starting to let the audience differentiate between, hey, this is clearly role played, this is not, especially more recently. But it's been really fun. Like it's so much fun. Yeah.
It was really interesting how it kind of became like slowly more and more public knowledge that it was being scripted, and that no one really seemed to mind because it was becoming almost like a show.
Well, I think the thing is because it's not like there's this arduous script before everything that makes it. It's just like, so for example, there's this bit where Filzer logs in right before Wilbur blew up Lemanberg, and like he's obviously knows that Wilbur's going to go, so we wanted to stand behind him. It's more shit like that and going, right, how can we make this cooler? Because like probably
How is it organized?
Well, it's like very briefly, because I saw like, I can't remember who it was, but on someone's stream they were like showing this big script. And it's like, it wasn't really like that at all, especially, like earlier on there was none of that. Like the big thing was this guy called Eric betrayed us, and like none of us knew about any of that happening, and it was crazy. But
it's it's one of my favorite clips from this whole
Eric,
thing.
He was so amazing at that, like, because no one like even knew that could be possible, and it was so, my goodness. But
the never meant to be line is so cold.
Oh, it's so powerful. Yeah, he had the perfect voice for it.
Yeah.
But no, because I think everyone now seems to think that it's like this, because I know now there's all the jokes about if it's in what is it, canon or not.
The law.
But I think it's much less planned than everyone thinks. I think the bigger thing now is that, right, clearly Tubbo is the president and acting really seriously. I'm going to go off stream now to him and fucking play Counter-Strike with him for 2 hours. Like, we're not falling out. But I think the bigger differentiation is being, right, there's clearly these new character arcs and shit like that. But it's a bit, I hope everyone doesn't think that it's this arduous script and that it ruins it, because
when did it start to become more roleplay? Because I started seeing, I think for me, when I started really taking note of it and the kind of the story behind it was with the election. Because I remember, I almost feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, it feels like things naturally occur, and then it's kind of the plots are developed from what just kind of naturally bounces off of people. I don't know if I'm wrong there. So, like, obviously the election was real. Like, hundreds of thousands of people put these votes in. And then when that answer came, it was like, oh, how do we develop this?
Yeah.
I found it really interesting.
So it was, at the very start of the server, it was just me, Tubbo, and Dream having this fight. And you can, like, tell if you go back and watch the old videos of that, like, none of that was planned. Because there would be, like, these 30-minute negotiations between who dropped each other discs and not knowing anything. And, like, that was so, just for Will, and I'm guessing you lot don't know about it, but there's these like discs that are really important on the server.
The disc arc.
Yes, I do know about the discs.
You know I'm really good at Minecraft. Will you take that back?
There was that one video, and it was just terrible. Not the video. Me and you were.
The video was great, wasn't it, Tommy?
Yeah, the video was
Yeah, I won that video.
Yeah, it's because you had Dream, literally best Minecraft player in the world.
Dream had me.
Yeah, talk about the discs.
But yeah, so that, or like none of that was planned, and then gradually it was like, oh, cool, this is starting to more of a story, and people are getting really invested. And then Wilbur joined the server because Schlack came on and did this one-time stream, and then everyone freaked out about it, and everyone it was this whole thing. But it was really weird because for me, Schlack was like my all-time favorite YouTuber, and I hadn't spoke to him in like months, and so he just hit me up while I was live. So I didn't even notice on my right-hand side there were all these people kicking off. I was just like, oh my god, this is the most exciting thing ever.
I remember this because that's when I actually started properly paying attention. Was when Schlack got added, and then he got
kicked out. He got banned.
And it was like, what's going on? And I was like,
the only person to have gotten banned from the SMP. Yeah.
Yeah, generally, but it's the most fucking J Schlack thing ever, to be honest.
Yeah, but no. So after that, Wilbur joined. It was like, oh, reckon we give this a go, and then we kind of just went. And at the start, that was quite messy and quite. Just completely unplanned, trying to do bits. And then it kind of gradually started coming together. And then we had that big war, which was like amazing. And then after that, we all kind of clocked, oh shit, like people are not only into this, but this is some new YouTube thing that no one's really. Yeah. I don't think there were, because there were like these, the closest thing I can compare it to is like Sky Does Minecraft did these like, very like almost animation-y scripted roleplay stuff in Minecraft before that, but there was none of this like live. Like sometimes, like when you finish your stream, it's like you've just gotten off a stage. Like it's like holy shit.
Yeah, they just took on characters back in the day, I think, and there was no real overarching form of tie-in. Whereas what you guys have is you have this thing that you want to revisit, you want to find out what happens next because it is like a show at this point.
Yeah,
yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's so brilliant. It's like I watch the animations and still be freaked. Like I reckon they're so the saddest, man. And there's so many. There's this other one.
The fan base as well are so talented.
It's the artist community for it is so amazing, dude. It's so like
and that obviously helps it breathe because I think one of the things is obviously the content is great, but also the work that people do for you guys on places like TikTok is crazy. I was talking to Nikki, who just joined the Dream SMP recently near Chew. I talked to the other day about how after you guys blew up L'Manberg, I had about 6 videos appear on my For You page. None of them were uploaded by you guys on TikTok. All of them had 250 to 400,000 likes, and they were uploaded by fans who added the TikTok sounds in, and they edited the sounds to the video, And I was thinking, that is like, you got a whole group of people, and obviously that only benefits you guys because you've got these people. Like, because that's originally how I found out about how the SMP was, because I saw storyline bits were appear on my TikTok view page. I got, I know them.
Dude, can we talk about TikTok in a bit? Because I have so much to say on it that I don't understand. But,
come on, then fire away.
Yeah, TikTok fascinates me.
But on the SMP though, it was, and then after that, it all started coming together, and Wilbur was like, right, this is clearly a thing now. We all agree, we should probably put together a bit more of a plan for this. But Wilbur did so much of the work for that. But I think the thing now of it all being scripted and canon is like, no, dude, it's so, I like, especially all of the earlier stuff. Even now, like most of it is just like cool and it happens, and it's so like we just get into the characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It really doesn't surprise me that Wilbur was one of the people that really founded that. The amount of times he's tried to make me do D&D, or like try and get me involved.
Because I think that's what he wanted his server, SMP Earth, to be, which he did before that, and then it kind of just turned into this like war PvP server. But I think this is like exactly what. It's such a new style of thing. It's so cool. It's so hard to get right. But speaking of the animations and stuff, like, the community is so sick, right? It's so big as well. I think the most viewed Dream SMP video is Sadist's. I don't know if you know Sadist, but she's like the main animator for it.
Yeah,
her first animation. But I think that shit is like, I reckon in like 30 years time, if I have kids and I'm telling them about like trying to summarize it, that's the video I'd show them. Like, it's so sick.
It makes it so, it kind of like brings you into the context of it and makes you realize just how cinematic some of the moments are.
Yeah.
Like I found myself, I watched it and I remember thinking to myself, like, this is a kind of story that years down the line, like imagine someone making a film about it. And in a way I almost could, because it was like, I was even thinking like, how would they do it? Would they make it in a block game, or would it just be like actual, you know, in real life?
Would it be live action? Yeah. How would you approach it?
Oh, it's so cool, man. Yeah, I think the animators for it I wish I could talk about them more as well, because I've never like made a serious Twitter or anything, and now I try and keep my streams more to just being like high content, high energy than getting off.
Obviously.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get everyone from the YouTube over now, so just keeping them, pardon me, really high energy. But I wish I could spend so much more time talking about like the community and the animators, because they carry it.
Get a podcast.
Well, I'm here now.
Because they really do. Like they
really do, yeah.
Because it can bring in all kinds of people who wouldn't usually be into Minecraft content will watch those kind of things and go, wow, like I never thought it could be like this, and you never would have given it a chance otherwise.
It's amazing.
It makes it easier to consume, because what those people are doing is they're also drawing those things into moments where you go, I want to watch more of this, and then, you know, people who would be turned off maybe by it being Minecraft, and let's face it, there aren't many because it's doing so well. I don't think you guys have that problem. If you see the animation first and you're like, oh, I wonder what this is, and then you figure out, it really like hooks you in. Like the whole community of the Dream Team community as well. Like I've seen what it's done for people in just the last few weeks, even people who aren't in it, who just put stuff out and be like, Dream Team, can you help me? And I've seen videos like that get 2 million views in a day. And
is this on TikTok?
That whole.
Please, can we talk about
Go on. Let's talk about TikTok.
What's your crack, fella?
I hate it. I don't.
What?
It is the weird. Okay,
Blasphemy.
as a social media, it is like the all-time. Do you want to lose your day? Go on this app. So I've got it like in my phone.
True.
I hate it because of that. I don't think it's I don't really understand it, because I made one. So I saw someone impersonate me with one of my old bite videos, and it had like 1 million views and 200k likes. I went, that's weird. So I installed it. Like got my app and just made one video asking for likes, which is just all I really do these days.
Yeah, that was on my For You page.
And then it got like 2 million, and everyone was like, I just don't understand it. Because me and Wilbur almost started a big ploy to just quote each other in TikToks, and then both get like 2 million followers on TikTok.
You were duetting each other and sketching each other.
And then what we were gonna do is just promote our Instagrams, because we clocked that was such a sick plan, and then we never went through with it because I don't really. It's just a weird app.
People who sleep on TikTok, you know, it's like it's so easy, and it's like as if somebody was handing out free views, really.
Yeah.
I thought you had to be awake to make videos.
It's what like Instagram used to be and Twitter like 7-8 years ago, where you can just get a following out of like just fucking nowhere.
Just posting shit, which is what I do on there.
Yeah, genuinely.
I'm thinking about just posting shit tons, because I'm quite into just doing the. But it's just
unironically, a bit of advice: if you've got an editor on it, it'd be worth them just clipping up the clips and putting them on there yourself.
Well, I just do the mobile ones. Always get so many more views. Like when you just
Do you have much spare time at the moment? Like, what is your? Sorry, it sounds like this is an interview process in terms.
No, it's brilliant. I love
it. What's your day to day like? How much gets dedicated to YouTube, to Twitch? Is there much other time for you at the moment?
Yes, that's what I've been working on at the minute, because it's very weird. Because I used to be really into just playing games and doing that all the time, but I find just working on YouTube really fulfilling. So I'll spend most of my day like working on shit. But that can consist from like, so some days I'll be uploading a video and I have this thing called like it's called Frame.io, where you sit and just like I write a load of criticisms that I want them to change, and then I send it back, then they send it back. It's like this really easy like feedback tool. And I still do all the intros and editing for some of my videos now. But if I'm uploading a video, that'll be a lot, and then streaming it can take quite a lot of time as well. But I end up having quite a lot of free time. It's just about, for me, it's been trying to separate right, I am working, I am relaxing now, and that's been the hardest thing.
That's the hardest thing. That's the thing people don't tell you about.
This year is, I think, really blurred.
Yeah.
I think when we're going into lockdown, you're going, all right, solid. I work from home. This is brilliant. I'm so lucky. My job allows me to do this. And then you get it like Saturday, Sunday, and you're like, all right, I'll have a break. And then you're like, what is there to do? And you're like, I'll sit at my desk, and this is just what I did Monday to Friday and the Sunday and the Saturday before that. It's like, me too, have also found it just like, to differentiate them this year especially, really difficult. So to have come up and that be all you know with this, it must be. Next year
so
it'll be
weird,
crazy for you.
Well, yeah, because I still like my bed where I sleep is right next to. Like, and I think that the weirdest thing I find is the place where I communicate with my editors and the people I pay is the same place that I sit and chat to Tubbo. And also, like, like my best mates, like Tubbo, are the same people who now I make all my videos with. And it's so, like, weird to try and make sure
did you know Tubbo before YouTube, or did you meet him online?
I had like 20 viewers on Twitch and he had 0, and he'd been streaming on 0 viewers for about like 4 months, and by chance I just like raided him one night, and then we became really good mates because he was really happy because I got him out of his like 0 viewer thing.
That is amazing.
They're the type of mates you keep around you.
Man, that's Twitch for you, man. That platform is so great for that.
I met him like probably like 2 and a bit years ago now, maybe.
That is the one thing, but obviously you do YouTube and Twitch, but I think you probably agree in the sense that with Twitch, the way that the community is built over there is so much more like
so much more intimate.
A team. It's like
Twitch,
a team.
yeah.
It's like everybody's on the same team and everybody's batting the same direction. Everybody wants each other to do well. And the thing is, when you make friends on Twitch, the first person who ever raided me was in Minecraft as well, and that would have been, my Twitch channel's 7 years old now. That happened in 2013. I had 0 viewers. It's just some German guy. I still speak to him now. It's been 7 years. And that's the thing with Twitch, man. You'd be like, it's just such a crazy platform like that.
Yeah, Twitch
is
brilliant.
People, which you don't get. There's no way on YouTube to like. Imagine if you could queue up a video next after somebody watched your video on YouTube.
Oh wow, that's a good.
That would be crazy.
I'm actually going to message Nima about that.
Yeah. Let's picture that. Let's picture that. I want money for that.
If you favorited a video back in the day, like 2012, 2013, it would. I don't know if it was favorite or whatever. You would put them in your sub box.
Yes.
So like in terms of if people would favorite the video, and it would show that to all of their subscribers. Like I know
it used to be like a big feed,
you can still
didn't it?
do that. You can still do that.
Harry used to get. Do you know Max plays FIFA?
Yeah.
No.
So I think he used to edit his videos, and he used to, in return for like this share to be shown. And I think he used to just pretend to do it sometimes, and it wouldn't even go out. I don't know.
That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah, if you could do that now, sorry, back to that before me big mouth, that would be fucking sick.
Do you remember the days of video responses on YouTube?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm just
Tommy,
sat here,
born then?
being born in 2004, very confused.
Oh my god! You would have been about 4 years old when you could do video responses.
Yes. That's really crazy.
And it would put them directly under the video, right?
Yeah.
And it would just be like girls with massive tits, just.
That's literally it.
It was literally that.
You and I had very different YouTube homepages, George.
No, the video,
it was.
The response girls, the reply girls.
Oh yeah.
That was a whole thing.
Can you imagine how many more commentary videos there would be if that was still a thing now?
Well, that's the thing. It would be terrible because if you upload a video, you'd have 8 videos bullying you underneath it.
Oh my god, absolutely awful.
It wouldn't work. No, I'm glad they got rid of it. Fuck that. Jesus Christ.
You were mentioning Tubbo. I saw recently you did a stream where you met his sister, right?
Yeah.
That's become like a series on your channel. Is that one of your favorite kind of series to do?
Oh, it's so weird, man. Because the thing about YouTube is you just throw shots in the dark, and then and then one will land, and you go, "What the fuck?" So like I think my third most viewed video is just speaking to Dream's sister. But yeah, I was trying that because I've met her in real life as well. Because I went and met up with Tubbo and Wilbur and all them a bit ago, so it wasn't very weird.
Wasn't that bit about the gun?
Yeah, the vlog gun.
Yes, the vlog gun.
Oh, yeah, that was. Yeah, no.
Rest in peace.
That was all over my timeline, and I remember that was the first time when I realised you guys were. I saw one of the tweets to like 50k likes. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, Twitter has been the weirdest thing over the past few months for me.
Yeah, I'm sick of getting
you
fucking
guys
ratioed by the lot of you. I'm fucking sick
Twitter.
of it.
You trend every day.
Oh, well, okay, so the big thing was me and Tubbo both, and I don't think I've ever spoken about this. Me and Tubbo both realised, because I still get really pissed off now and then, because I like reply to someone and then everyone will reply something like flop era or something like when you stop getting likes. But I hate it. But
when you stop getting likes is when you get 50k likes on a tweet.
That's grim.
Are we in our flop era, Tommy?
Pardon?
We're living our flop era. We've been living our flop era.
I think we're at rock bottom of our flop era. It's only up from here.
I might have to go if you guys are in your flop eras.
We're in a flop decade at this point.
But me and Tubbo realised that if he ever replies to me or I ever reply to him, because we've both grown at the minute with the like exact same follower base, our tweet is just shown to everyone. So we've started doing this thing where we just go and reply to everyone and just saying hi and stupid shit. And then my bit for a while became just asking for likes.
But it's brilliant, and it works. Because I remember some of the things I actually asked Nikki about this. I was like, please tell me that it's like not relatively planned. I was like, but it's genius from them if it's an intentional thing, because we used to do it actually back in the day with tweets, didn't we, James? We'd be like, reply to this tweet, reply to that tweet, because we found it would always bump it back into our audience on the Twitter feed. Although they didn't get 200,000 likes.
Yeah, Twitter. Well, we've been really lucky because we found that, especially when you grow as like a streamer, because as you were saying about the communities being more intimate, you get so many more followers and everything else. Because like people who follow you on Twitch, they want to follow you on everything else, so they follow like Tubbo now because he is much like he streams for so much longer than me, and like he is passing me in Twitter followers now because he.
Oh no! Hell on!
Oh, no,
fucking chin him, mate. Chin him. You can't be having that.
But because he streams like so much, it's so much more of an intimate community that it forms. So I find you get more followers on everything.
Yeah, well, I've been streaming full time for the last 3 months, and I forgot how bloody crazy it was.
How are you finding streaming? Because I've seen you haven't uploaded videos.
Well, that's obviously how I knew of you guys, because I knew Wilbur. But I honestly didn't really know the extent of how well you guys were doing. I knew about Dream, and then you guys came in my Twitch chat when I was streaming when we were doing the Eboys SMP, and I remember my whole chat just exploded. And it was kind of thing I was like, oh, I should probably know who these people are more than I do. I was like, how have I missed this? And then because I've just been getting back on Minecraft just for fun, because streaming is a lot of fun, because you can do it in a more relaxed way. Obviously, you do more. I've started doing more of the roleplay stuff as well, and that's quite intense. But like I was just doing 6 hours of Minecraft back in the day with James, and Will and George came on as well, obviously. But it was a lot of fun. But the one thing about it, as I said, is meeting people like you, Tubbo, Nikki, and just being able to stream with all you guys and just talk to you guys. Like, I don't think I've spoken to anybody on YouTube in ages. Like, I don't use Twitter or anything. Whereas with Twitch, it's like the raids and everybody. Like, I remember, like, I just got a raid in one day for like 5k viewers, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I haven't even spoken to anybody. And that's the difference between that platform and all the other ones, and everybody's so nice as well. That's the one thing people don't mention. Everybody on Twitch, I don't know, your chat might be different, but my Twitch chat is lovely, which is great. Don't get on YouTube.
No, well, it's weird because there have been some really like, especially over the past couple of months, like surreal moments. And I remember one of them was just Tubbo messaging me going, hey, I'm in a call with Memeless right now. Do you want to join? And bearing in mind, especially Will and George, I have been watching YouTube for fucking, I was looking for my camera roll today because I was very bored at college, and there was from like 2016. It was a comment that you'd hearted Will, and I'd screenshot it and gone sent to all my mates and gone,
Tommy, we've met, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
What was the crack? Because I mean, I obviously really remember.
I remember it.
Clearly, but what's your account of it?
So you were Insomnia, and I came at the very last of the line because I went, I really want to do YouTube, and I've been watching for ages. So I stayed till the very end, and then I waited, and I asked you, hey, so how do I grow my channel better? And you were like, yeah, just enjoy it.
How the turntables.
Yeah, well, you just said to me,
enjoy it.
I went, thanks.
Just enjoy it.
But I remember waiting till and then I got a photo.
That's what he's doing.
Oh, come on. It was the end of the day.
That's what he's fucking doing.
Yeah.
And literally, he's come in and told us how much he fucking loves doing it.
What would I have done without WillNe, really?
Well, I went, just buy a hoodie and fuck off.
So in a way, you've just credited Will with your entire...
Well, really, I think the thing you got to understand is...
You would say that, right?
I wasn't enjoying it until WillNe told me to enjoy it. And that's when I realised that...
Hold that.
Oh,
Hold that on your forehead.
This is where it all changes.
You must have looked really miserable when you turned up last to the WillNe queue. You went, I put a smile on, mate.
Yeah, 5 o'clock on a Sunday at Insomnia. You looked... It was when you were doing all the shovel hoodies is when I was there.
Yeah.
Were you there with Wilbur?
Yeah, James was there. And Alex, you were there as well, because I was going to buy one of your hoodies. But I wasn't there with Wilbur. I had like 3,000 subscribers, so I didn't even...
Oh, okay.
I didn't know Wilbur.
Because Wilbur was at that one, wasn't he?
This was 63, right? That would have been 63.
Insomnia 64, I was there, and it was you three were there. But
that scares me. But that's really cool, man, because that's where I started as well. Like, I was going to I-57, and I had literally, like, no followers, and I stayed in a meet and greet for, like, 2 or 3 YouTubers. And now those people are also people I call friends. And that's the thing, like, about those events and stuff. The one thing about UK YouTube and Twitch community, and the gaming community as well, is that if you do actually really want to do it, I do think it is actually quite achievable. If you really put your heart into it.
Yeah.
And you just enjoy it.
I know that sounds so waffly, but genuinely, that is the fucking crux of it. Like, if you're enjoying it, it's not going to go anywhere if you're not enjoying it from the very start. Literally, you're fucked.
Because you have to enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy it, you're going to give up. And that is the one thing that people don't tell you. You will get bored, and you'll be like, I'm making videos I don't like, I hate this, and then you'll stop. Whereas if you're enjoying it, even if they're not the thing you're meant to be doing, that gives you if you're uploading, you're still uploading. That's the best chance you have.
Yeah.
Know? Coming from somebody who hasn't uploaded in 4 months.
Did you buy the merch though?
It's a lot of YouTubers, myself included, you kind of have that moment where you're on one side of the Insomnia queue, right? So you go and meet YouTubers that you are, I guess, you look up to, or like, for example, I went to go meet Tomsker at Comic-Con, and I asked him similar stuff about YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
And is there a part of you that's looking forward to perhaps being on the other side and like getting to meet the people that watch your content, or is it something that you've not really, thought about?
Yeah, it's again. This kind of hits again what I was saying about like it's so weird, man. Because like at the start, it's been this. I think most people have quite a slow transition from being able to go outside normally and then having to. Yeah. Like I found myself now, whenever I'm being outside, being a bit more smiley and looking around a lot more. Because now, like every time now, like people. And there was like I was out at college and someone just took a photo of me and put it on Reddit and went, "There he is." And it's so weird because especially because I'm based like in town.
You're like, where's Wally?
Yeah, it's so weird though. So I found that adjustment to be really sudden was especially because we had lockdown. So it was like, right, you have 100K and you've never been recognized.
Thought you were breaking lockdown rules, mate. He was calling the feds.
Especially like events and things for you. Like even just going
weird.
to places like where like there's even if it's not YouTube related, where there's just somewhere there's loads of people. That's going to be like that's going to change like an on and off switch for you because it's gone from nothing to next year when shit's back. It's going to be
because that's what it because I think it was Philza was telling me about how he was saying to me like when Ninja was at TwitchCon and he was doing panels and stuff and he had like 80,000 viewers and he was like going around doing all the panels and on the and doing all that shit and I was like and he was like that's kind of where you're at now. Tommy.
They're little bitch numbers now, Ninja. Sorry.
Ninja, you know what he is absolutely wonderful. Like he has been I've not spoken to him very much, but when I've like collaborated with him, he is a lovely man.
Well, he changed his name, didn't he?
That was weird. But
he's not called Ninja anymore.
He changed his
name. He named his name on Twitter. Very ambiguously.
I was really hoping when you brought up Ninja there, you were going to say something horrible about him.
I couldn't believe how nice he was. It was so shocking. He was so like.
That's good.
Could you name the worst quality of Ninja? And that way we can use
he did. He kept his Twitter name as TommyInnit for quite a prolonged amount of time.
I'd say.
For like, so we did a collab, and then for the next like 2 months, it was NinjaInnit, which is quite. I was thinking it just felt like quite a detrimental rebrand for him. It was good for me. But it felt like Ninja.
What was the complex thought process behind the name TommyInnit? I'm assuming that was quite a hard one to come up with.
It was. I mean, you all know. So my name. I've always gone by Tom in real life, and then I always thought a little bit like Tommy is the cooler version of Tom, and that sounds cool. And then so back in like year 8. I think they asked me what I wanted my Quizlet name to be, and I thought Tommy sounds cool. And then it was Quizlet, fucking geography class. And then it was, and then everyone around me always. I used to say in it all the time. I mean, I still do now.
Right.
But so I literally went, yeah, TommyInnit. And then the teacher looked at me and went, what the fuck, Tom? That's such a weird thing to say. And I went, yeah, well,
Yeah. That's
there
my
you
brand
go.
now.
Yeah,
See, if I did that, it'd be WillNe, and that's not really
WillNe. That just
ring to it.
sounds. It just doesn't hit right, does it?
There's a Willy in it. That's great.
Is it great? You know.
Yeah, I'll park that idea for now.
Yeah, we leave that one on the back burner. It's going to be weird for you next time, Tommy, when you're at Insomnia and you're in one of our queues and, everybody's going to be talking to you instead.
Yeah, you can finally get that photo with me, Tom.
Yeah, it'll be fine next time. We'll let you through to the front.
James, you're massive. That's what I thought when I saw you. I thought, what? He is so tall.
Well, you must be. You will be getting the exact same thing that I've had because you're what, 6'2", 6'3"?
6'3".
What? Shut the fuck up! No, you're 6'2".
I will tell you what, Tommy. You will live with the same burden that I have. Whenever I get recognised, the first thing that people say is, "Oh, you're a lot taller than I thought you'd be," and it will plague your existence.
Mate, it's horrible when people do that, isn't it? I hate it.
Oh god, it's so horrible when
I
people
hate
point out
that.
how tall and handsome you are. Oh no.
Oh no, you're so tall and cool. I didn't realise
You're
you were
so
this
tall and
tall.
handsome.
Oh,
What
Oh
a
my
detriment.
God.
You're 6'2".
Do you know what the worst thing is? Do you know what the one I get? I always get, I thought you were going to be smaller. Which is kind of a compliment, but still, like, you guys, the internet has put that on me forever. I'm really 5'8.5". So
No, you're not. Fuck off.
respect my name.
You're not 5'8.5", Alex. You're just not. That's a lie.
What's the worst thing someone shouted at you in public, Alex?
I had a 12-year-old kid who must have been like year 7, and he walked past me, and he literally went, "I'm Alex," and I went, "Yeah," and I thought he was gonna, and then he went, "Your videos are fucking shit." And I looked at him, and I just fucking was like, I can't say anything back. He's
Oh my god!
But I thought, and he laughed afterwards, and I was like, I can't tell if he's done that, like, banter, or if he meant it.
Just a prick.
You've almost got to respect it because it's not like he's just chatting online and then changes it. At least he kept his tune going.
He was one of those year 7s who, if I showed you, you'd be like, he's a gobby twat. One of those ones.
He would have been in detention that night.
Have you ever had any weird fan experiences, Tommy?
No, the weirdest one I've had is that I was just in town and there was a girl on the back of a scooter and she just said, "Oh, TommyInnit," and then just drove off. And I went,
and then just gone into the wind.
yeah, I went, "Hi," and then because I thought they might stop, and because usually I think every time I've taken a photo with them, but they just because I think I spoke to them a bit later, but at the time I was thinking, I think I just got drive-by recognized, which is probably one of the better types of drive-bys, but.
Does it happen more in the red and white Raglan t-shirt? Do you feel like surely they can spot you a mile off in that?
Oh yeah, I try not to wear that now because that's like the shirt. That's like if I want to, I'll wear that at a convention.
Where's the weirdest place any of you have been drive-by recognised?
On the walk to Will's, a man in a white van said my name.
Really?
Yes.
That's absurd. Mine was,
Christ.
I was sat in a cafe in Spain, and somebody drove past me and they leaned out the window and they shouted, "I love your videos," and I was on holiday and I was just like, that just happened. That was obscure. You're never safe, Tommy.
It's so weird getting
recognised in Spain. You're never
recognised.
going to be able to go anywhere, mate. It's over for you.
What's it like for you, Will? Because like everyone in my, especially Will, I know George, you haven't got your face out there, but Will, like everyone in my secondary school watched your two's videos, and it's you two and the Sidemen were like everyone. Sorry,
For me, it's more like it's where I'm here, where we live. It's just full of bankers, so we can go out in where we live, and no one like
Just
will ever
full of
clock
Tories,
at
isn't
all.
it? That's-
Whereas
Yeah, they always James.
So the bankers all watch me,
Yeah.
and then
James really popular around here.
And then if I go home, it's a completely different scenario. But it's funny. Everyone's just dead friendly when I like in the north. Cliche, but like I go back home and everyone comes like has a bit of a chat. Whereas if you get recognised in London, it's more just hurled abuse at you or hurled. Yeah, it's more
Really?
just general chat.
Or people stare at you really weirdly, or take pictures of you and think that you don't notice on the tube. Happens a lot. Or people talk
Stop
about you.
lying. You don't get the tube, Alex.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's Uber Lux everywhere.
I gave myself away there. People talk about you in the third person a lot in front of you, which is weird.
I remember the first person that ever recognized me. I remember when it happened. It was when I was on like 40k subs, and I walked to the shop back when I lived in northwest London, and he recognized me, and I took a photo of him. And on the day I hit 1 million subscribers, I went and sat down in a cafe after going out for like a nice day out. Went to the aquarium, and the exact same person was sat next to me. And he showed me the photo that he took with me, and he was the first person that ever recognized me.
Oh,
I saw him
that's
again.
really nice.
Crazy.
That was actually God visiting you, James. He's been guiding you this whole
Maybe.
way.
The YouTube algorithm god coming to me and saying, "I served you well,
I met you at the beginning, and I see you here now.
and your next 10 videos will all be 10 of 10s."
You must be humbled.
Do you all? So you're all in London, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Do you all live really near each other?
We all
Yeah.
basically live on the same road.
Yeah, we all live in.
Why did you trust them with this? Why did you trust them with this?
Fucking. Oh, Jesus.
Is that actually where you lived?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to go number two?
Why would you say that?
Go on, say the flat number as well. You might as well know.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
And George is.
Oh, fuck off.
And James is.
Wow. Thank you.
You can't just say you're not going to be able to keep this in.
No, Tommy, no, we're definitely not.
Free pizza.
Well, no, Will's just now decided to put us all in it. So, Tommy, if you want to also give your
Yeah,
full
where do you live,
address.
Tommy?
Did you know I actually, Will, you actually doxed me. So I never said that I lived in Nottingham ever.
Oh.
And then you asked me in a video. You went, "Do you live in Nottingham?"
sorry.
And I went, "Oh yeah." And you went, "Oh no." And you went, "Oh, that's rough." And I went, "Oh, thanks." And I went, "Oh, by the way, can you cut that out of the video, please? Because I don't really want to talk about it." And then you went, "Yeah."
Oh.
And then I was watching the Eboys video, and that's the first time I've ever said I lived in Nottingham, and you kept it in a video.
sorry.
But now
Tommy,
if you
I'm so
Google
sorry.
where
I've
do
got
I
a knack
live,
of
it
this, Tommy,
says.
I've got a knack of this.
Don't worry, Tommy. No one saw that video. It's okay.
I just thought
really sorry.
just while we're on the term of leaking addresses, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, it's not quite. It's quite a broad area.
Anybody who comes on our podcast is going to think they're going to lose all their personal.
And fucking out. Hang on. I've lived in the fucking UK all my life, and I couldn't point to Nottingham on a map anyway.
Yeah, neither. Where the fuck is it? It's in a forest or something, isn't it?
I get it confused with Northampton.
So where is your address?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's move this crack on. George, can you have something?
We live at the top of the HSBC building. We're on the top floor. All of us. That's what we are.
It's good that you've been really careful with where you live, though. I'm sorry for Will completely
No, well, I'm alright.
destroying whatever effort you
I
made.
kept it really low down when I was in secondary school, but now it's like I'm getting recognised now when I go. Who cares?
WillNe said you live here. I can't believe you're actually here.
Well, do you know what? It's mental. Have you had anybody come up to you and gone at college or anything? Gone? Do you live here?
I've
I
asked
had
people
that.
go like, "Do you go to this college and stuff?" I keep so today one of the craziest things that's been happening recently is that everyone just keeps sending me free clothes, and it's Vicstar sent me a package of Sidemen clothes, and it was the most cathartic experience of my life, and I couldn't believe it.
I've never had a Sidemen clothes packages.
I have, and it was
'cause you make videos
incredible.
on them.
And George, you sent me a package of clothes. And
I did.
the
And
packaging
how
was
is it, Tommy? And how is it?
It's not Vicstar, is it? It's fine.
No, too right.
So it's Vicstar. I'm not gonna. It is the second best clothing I've received.
Good.
I'll take it. All right. Meet me to stop shop.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's actually, I actually don't think I'm a medium anymore because I clocked today whilst I was wearing your Obamaland hoodie at college that, oh my God, this definitely does not fit me. And I am walking around in a considerably shorter Obamaland hoodie than I should be wearing.
Walking around like this.
It's lovely. And because everyone at my college now knows about my channel. But just today, I had like 3 people come up to me and go, "Oh, you're wearing the new Memeless hoodie?" And I went, "Oh."
That's cool.
If that was a little way to try and get sent a large, by the way, you are going to have to pay for that.
You're going to get it.
I've never seen him give 2 free samples before.
Okay.
I'll send you just for you, Tommy. I'll send you another.
No, it's okay. One of the things I've started doing now is realizing. So you know how people are very nice to offer me merch. Do you reckon if I just ask people?
Oh, I ask people all the time. Yeah.
so like George, I went on his shop and went, I really want a George Nat Fan hoodie, but I will never pay for that. So I messaged him going, George, here's my address. Even if
that would work.
And then he went, yeah, right. So I've just been sending out my address, which my parents were at first they were a little bit, not approving of it, but then I handed them a free Obamaland mug, and that all changed.
Oh
they
wow!
changed
their perceptions.
On that topic, mate, what are your parents like with it all? Did they understand it? Was it easy?
Oh, they're amazing with it. They've always been really
nice.
good because they're quite, especially my dad. They're all quite techie and like knowing about this stuff. So
did he take you to Insomnia?
Yeah, he did. That Insomnia as well is where I first met Tubbo in real life.
That's really cool, man. That's really cool.
Big Insomnia. But my parents have been like, my dad took me to Brighton to go and do the vlog with Wilbur, and my dad because Wilbur wanted to make, because I don't know if you saw, we went and met up, but Wilbur, he told me, you'll thank me in a few years when you realise I'm not a weirdo. He went and met my dad in Brighton and and everyone went and met my dad and stuff because he's super cool about it all.
Did an interview with him.
Well, no, what Wilbur said to me was that when it all clocked in his brain is when my dad said to Wilbur, all right, if you're going to throw his body anywhere, throw it in the lake. And then Wilbur went, oh, now it all makes sense. But
now we know where it goes from.
No, my parents have been really brilliant with it. Because at first I was really annoyed whenever my mum would come into my stream or something and shout. I get really embarrassed about it, and now it's like became one of my bits that my mum.
I literally watched that. I watched a highlight video.
I was like in the middle of my dramatic speech, and then my mum goes, "Tom, have you unpacked the dishwasher?" I'm actually gonna check. I haven't.
Yeah, that's great though. That's brilliant. That's actually brilliant.
Well, was it brilliant? But anyway, no, my parents have been pretty great with it. Considering how loud
they know
I am
about it. Do they know? Does she know what she's doing? Does she know
she does. She goes, well, it's my house, and I can do what I want. I go, well, yeah, it is your house. But when there's like 100,000 people watching it, she's like, well, I will play the TV loud, and I go, well, I'd really rather you don't. And she goes, no. I go, all right.
Unbelievable.
It's great though. I'm 16 still.
What? Really?
Definitely. Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely 16.
Outrageous. Right? Are we? Is that? Do you think that's? Have we asked everything we wanted?
Yeah, that was
a great episode.
We got a couple. I posted asking for some questions for Tommy from.
Sorry, I just keep talking. That's one of my.
That's brilliant.
It's all good.
I think this is the longest Eboys podcast ever.
Don't worry, Tommy. That is actually the purpose of a podcast. You've done it well.
It's my first podcast ever.
Oh, you've done a great job.
Yes!
Thank you.
We'll have that. We didn't get the first Belle Delphine one, but fucking TommyInnit. What do you look like in a pink wig, Tommy? No,
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Will, no. Is this a good time to end? I'm
Just
feeling as though...
you could replace...
That was a really weird thing to ask, Will.
No.
Can we all clip that and just tweet that? What do you look like in a pink wig, Tommy?
That was just a really weird thing to say.
That could just be a highlight on its own.
That was weird, and
I'm not grooming you, Tommy.
just accept that it was weird.
That's something a groomer would say.
Yeah,
That is,
Has he turned off his camera?
You will be making a video on yourself.
My SD card has just conveniently ran out of memory as I was
let's just pretend that
grooming
Will's just
allegations.
left the call out of sheer embarrassment, and that's why we have to end today's podcast.
Yeah, let's just pretend Will's been whisked away.
I'm not a groomer. I'm not. Right, can we... Right.
Police bang on his door.
You know it's bad when 1 hour into the
Taking the
podcast
hard
you have to
drives
scream
away.
into the mic, I'm not a groomer, guys. I'm not. Guys, please.
Welcome to the first guest episode of the Eboys podcast, everyone. We're all going to be like this.
Yeah, someone do the outro, please.
All right, okay.
Thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. Thank you so much, Tommy, for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You've been a brilliant guest.
Where can people get you, Tommy? Where can people find you if they don't know who you are?
Nottingham, mate. We've been through this.
Not on TikTok, please. Just not. I just don't.
Yeah, anywhere but there.
TommyInnit on most things. TommyInnit with 2 T's on Instagram, and then on YouTube and Twitch. It's just the casual.
Nice, fantastic. If you guys did enjoy this podcast, then you should check out the highlights channel. Also, you can listen to it on Spotify. That would be cool. It goes up earlier on there. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, people. Have a fantastic day.
Bye.